There is no amount of Islamic campaign by northern Nigeria that would turn Nigeria into an Islamic country. I repeat, there is no amount of Islamic campaign by northern Muslims that will turn Nigeria into an Islamic country. Now, the United States is in Nigeria, and they have two jobs to do. Number one is to destroy the Fulani political influence in Nigeria under Tinubu's administration. Number two, religious extremism, especially Sharia. Sharia will be repealed from the 1999 constitution. So there is no amount of Islamic alliance, Islamic movement that will turn Nigeria into an Islamic country. In Iran today, we have the Islamic regime. And most northern Muslims are supporting Iran because of the Islamic regime. They wish that they can replicate Islamic regime in Nigeria. That is why you see the alliances, the sympathy for another person's president. In the north today, Boko Haram, ISWAP, ISIS, they are killing northerners, killing Muslims. They will not come out and protest. They will not come out and do mourning or anything. But you are coming out to protest the killing of an Islamic leader in far away Iran. While in your communities, your mothers and fathers, your brothers and sisters are being killed. You will not come out and protest. You can see the mindset of an average northerner. Let me tell you, no matter the gimmicks, no matter how you hide, no matter how you play it, we have come to understand the agenda of these northern Muslims in Nigeria. They wish, they are praying and they are working towards Islamizing Nigeria as a country. That is why Boko Haram, ISWAP, will never leave the northern region because they are in bed with this terrorist organization. What is the common thing between Lakurawa, Boko Haram, and ISWAP? It is Islamization now. Shebi Lakurawa went into a Kwara village, Kayama. They told the villagers, they are also Muslims, who accept Sharia and reject Nigerian law. Is that not the same Islamization agenda? They killed Muslims because Muslims refused accepting Sharia. That is jihad. That is Islamization. So no matter the propaganda, no matter the campaign, the alliance Northerners have with this Middle East, you cannot Islamize Nigeria. Highest thing that will happen is that Nigeria will just divide. That is the highest thing that will happen. You should be worried about US that is in Nigeria, you Northerners. You should be worried about the activities. US enter Bauchi, there's increase in banditry, there's increase in insecurity. You should sit down and check it. Why is it that US, within few weeks, they came into Northern region? There's spike in insecurity. You should ask yourself the question. Instead of looking at somebody else that died how many thousand kilometers away, that does not give a hoot about you, do you think that the Arab, they see themselves as in the same category with a black man? No matter whether you are Islam or what, or Muslim. You know, Muslim, they say, is a brotherhood. An Arab Muslim does not see himself in the same position as you as a black man. That is why Arabs started this slave of a thing in Africa. Arabs took slaves. Even though they were Muslims, they still made them slaves. The same way the Fulani turned Hausa to their slaves. We know the agenda. See, whatever plan the North has, however it is, we have unpacked it. We have exposed them. The North should be worried about their region as we speak. Because politically, they are being, see, what Tinubu is doing politically, they have not yet, they are not feeling it yet until Tinubu's second term. The presence of US, that Sharia, that their stronghold will be, they will break them. I'm telling you. Now, what is bad? It is not compulsory you have Sharia in the constitution because we don't have the 12 commandments in the constitution. In our various religious places, we adhere to it as an unwritten constitution that guides us. The same also can apply to Muslims. The thing they are telling us that Sharia does not affect non-Muslims. But some states that are adopting Sharia, you have Christians in those states. When a state government gives out a directive because of Sharia, it affects these Christians in that state. And you're telling me that Sharia does not affect non-Muslims. If Sharia becomes a state policy, it will definitely affect non-Muslims and traditional worshippers. So it should be a prerogative of the Muslim bodies. In your mosque, you can practice Sharia. Don't put it in the constitution so that tomorrow now a governor will now come and say, so far the constitution says that any state that adopt it, they can adopt it. That is why you see all these Fulani, all these Islamic jihadists, they want to get involved in politics. Maybe somebody, one jihadist Islamic fundamentalist becomes governor of Lagos State and decides to deploy Sharia because it is in the constitution. And the constitution provides that any state that wants to adopt it, they'll just adopt it against the wishes of Christians in that state. One reason why we want Sharia to be repealed from the constitution is because Muslims, when they seize political power, they use it as an advantage over other Christians. Christians are practicing Christianity. They are growing. They don't use force. They don't have to put their 10 commandments in the constitution or the law of Moses in the constitution for them to practice their religion. But why is it that these Northerners, they want to look for a way to muzzle you? It is sin. They carefully planted it in the 1999 constitution. The people, the civilians that presented the constitution said that the military did not give them time to go through, to scrutinize the constitution before they had to pass it. The military that wrote the constitution did not give the civilian time to go through it. So they carefully put it there so that they can use it as an instrument or as an excuse to seize political power. They call it political Islam, political jihad. So we are saying they not should be worried about themselves and what will be before them in the years to come. Because, hey, after the next election, they not believe that we have the numbers, we are this and that. After the next election, reality will dawn on them. Like it will go clear for their eyes. Say, the not that they used to, like the way they act before, they are not the same way. Now, whatever happens to Iran, nothing they happen. Nothing they happen. Okay, look at El Zakzaki. El Zakzaki, under Buhari's government, Buhari did a lot of things to him. They killed their followers. These same people that are saying they are mourning Iran, they are protesting, they are doing a procession for the Iran leader that was killed. They did not support El Zakzaki that was being tortured by Buhari. So Buhari is a Muslim. They did not. Look at the hypocrisy. El Zakzaki's followers were killed. Shais were killed. They destroyed the movement, put this man in detention. He had gunshot wounds in his body. He went through a lot. But most Muslims look at the other way. See, when I talk about Northern Nigeria, I sometimes look at the hypocrisy is in another level entirely. Now, Iran, US has unlocked a long conflict with Iran. Iran, say they're stubborn. Conflict upon conflict upon conflict. We heard that they are going to target US bases around the Middle East. Escalation. Trump is also threatening that if they fire, if they do anything like the way they are saying they are threatening, if they carry out their threat, that the way America will respond, they have never responded like that in their whole life. And we Nigerians, we are putting mouth where we say they don't even send us. I told you that an Arab does not see himself in the same category with you as a black man, whether you are Muslim or not. They see you as a second fiddle, a lesser person. They see you, that's where they see you. If you don't think that they see you as lesser, continue fooling yourself. Fool yourself. So if you go to Libya, you go to other countries, see how they treat blacks. Go to Saudi Arabia, see how they treat blacks. You understand how they see your color, your skin color, irrespective whether you're a Muslim or not. Look at the way Fulanis don't see Yorubas as good Muslims. That's the same way. We need to start building capacity in Northern Nigeria. That is the only thing, the only way out. If you don't build capacity, people are building capacity, they are using their capacity to bully you. US has technology. They believe they have technology that many countries don't have. That is why they can tell Iran, stop your enrichment. Because they have the capacity of causing havoc to Iran, of destroying Iran. US cannot talk to North Korea that same way. US cannot talk to Pakistan that same way. US cannot talk to Russia, nor China that same way. Because those ones have nuclear weapons. They have nuclear enrichment. So instead of we in Nigeria, we look at how can we build capacity. Look at Iran. Iran is even thinking on how they will build capacity. We are here in Nigeria. In the north, there's nothing. It's only mouth, vibes, and inshallah, God take it, God give it. God take it. Do you think it is by God take it and God give it away that Iran is being considered as a sophisticated Muslim country? You think it's by God take, God give away? What is the North actually doing to build capacity? What are they actually doing? Is it through terrorism? They are building capacity through terrorism. Okay. Now let's talk about my Biafra people. I said, you see, I don't know everything. I can't know everything. It's not possible. I'm learning the way you are learning. Nobody knows everything. But when it comes to geopolitics, when I see something, I say. I might be wrong or right at the long run, but I will say what I see. Some people are saying that in the matters of this, I should not put my mouth in matter of Biafra US. I'm still telling you again. It is not in the US, in the books of the US, to give you Biafra. You will not understand until we waste time, time will go. I will start doing like victims. They did not give us Biafra. They don't give you Biafra. You build capacity and take Biafra. They don't give you Biafra. US cannot give you in this particular state. Okay, for instance, let's imagine under Samanekpa, I am US, you are lobbying that I push the cause of Biafra. We are monitoring everything going on in IPOB. Samanekpa is arrested. Many people said he was not arrested. His people were lying that he was not arrested. He's in his house. They are carrying all sort of fake news. I was even confused then. I looked at it. Okay, I was waiting. I was even searching news from Finland to confirm. Finland confirmed he was arrested. So within 1 week, they arrested Samanekpa. The IPOB split into two. IPOB split into two. See, if I want to talk with my brain working. If you are US, would you want to give Biafra to such organizations that is not well organized? My God, They say, I don't know what is going on the ground. I don't know what is happening. Well, I'm a young man. I would like to know. We learn every day. We make mistakes and we notice our mistakes and we don't make them again. But as it stands today, Chebi Riley Moore and the US said that they are not going to talk about Biafra, because if they talk about Biafra in Nigeria, it is going to affect the Christians in the north. If you cover Biafra, the Christians in the north will be affected. There's no defined structure. If you are dividing Nigeria today, there's no well-defined. I know there's a structure, but there's no well-defined structure. An average northerner, maybe the northerner that is not Hausa, that is not Kanuri, that is not Fulani, will tell you that they don't want Nigeria to divide, because if Nigeria divides, the Fulani will swallow them. There are tribes in the north that the Fulani will swallow them. They just want the Igbos to be around them. Igbos and other nationalities that are in northern Nigeria, they are saving them from extinction. So the US is telling you that Biafra, because I don't see I am never an advocate of getting freedom from our colonial masters. I'm never an advocate of that kind of freedom, because I know US, they don't mean well. They don't mean well. If they are going to give you Biafra, the conditions they are going to give you Biafra, do you think that the US want Africa to be developed? If you have Biafra today, Nigeria, all these things, we are bad leadership, they are stealing money, there's no development. If you have Biafra today, the kind of development we have in this mere geographical expression, this is our surrounding territory called Nigeria, where we have the Yorubas, Ijos, the Biafra, the Arewas. If they have Biafra as a country, the competitiveness, the technological advancement will skyrocket. And the US and Britain, France, they don't want so. They want to keep you under. You don't want to realize it, you will still realize it. I'm telling you. Because I don't know the reason why US will have nuclear warheads. And look, US will never want any African country to have nuclear warheads. They will never want any African country to compete with them. They want you to put you under, become their slaves. Now, South Africa has the capacity, maybe because of the white population there, they have uranium. They are using it for energy. So would US want an African country to be developed to the extent whereby they have nuclear warheads? They will never. They never wanted Pakistan, but the way Pakistan got their nuclear program, it was miraculous. With a lot of hiding here, hiding there, making sure this secrecy, this and that. A particular scientist got the template, I think from US, the nuclear template. He replicated it in Pakistan. He worked under for many years. US never wanted Pakistan to have nuclear warhead. They will never want North Korea to have nuclear warhead. They want only themselves. So you think that these colonialists meant well? When we are fighting the Biafra Nigeria civil war, what was the position of the US? US want Nigeria to be one, much more than divide. Hello? Somebody said that, will US now tell you that they're going to divide Nigeria? What will it benefit US to divide Nigeria, where they can put Nigeria together? Pick somebody that is a puppet to become president, and that person will report to them. You know, it is easier to rule people when they are divided. As divided as Nigeria is, it is easier for the colonialists to rule us. Not to talk of you have distinct countries, Biafra, Oduduwa, Ijo, Arewa. It will be difficult for the US to start ruling us. Yes, it's easier. Because number one, you know why they give the northern Nigeria, they give them that power? It's because all of them, they are easy. Most of them are like, they are go. All of them will just go without thinking. They are not like the South that will have to scrutinize whatever you tell them. They will look at it. What are you telling me? So, easier to control is northern Nigeria. That's why they give them the key to presidency. So if you are beginning at a policy that will help the country, because they have the numbers, they will use their numbers to go against that policy that will develop Nigeria. And you are here telling me that, what do you know? I told you, my brothers will tell me, what do you know? Do you know what is going on underground? What is going on underground? When Riley Moore gave out that post, that statement that they are not going to look at Biafra, some IPOB, some Biafrans were angry. He said, what are you talking about? Okay, what do you think US want to achieve in Nigeria? They are in Nigeria now. What do you think they want to achieve? To divide the country? No, if Tinubu refused to cooperate or align with the US, they will come out Tinubu, put on that person. So look at what they did in Iran. It is regime change they are looking for. Come out the Islamic leader, even the son that they name as Islamic leader, in quotes, according to reports. That was where they hide, because they want to put their own puppet, or people that can align with their values. Like I told you, if you practice democracy in Africa, it is easier for US to control you. I said it many times. It is easier for US to control you. Look at these Sahel countries that are military inclined. US is angry. France is angry. UK is angry. It's angry that these people are being controlled by a force whereby they cannot penetrate or manipulate. Military junta, the man say no to Israel, nobody, no to US, nobody is going against it. But if people say no, some lawmakers, some regional blocs will be aligning with the US to sabotage the efforts of a Tinubu. If Tinubu says no to US, US will look for somebody in the system that they will use against Tinubu. But in a military regime, if Tinubu says no, everybody says that no. If they hear, say you are against the policy of the government, you are gone in the military regime. So that's why it's difficult for America to influence any country that is under military regime. Look at Tinubu and the kind of government he's practicing. Democratic military style. He captured judiciary, captured legislature. So anything he says, they do their bidding. He has instructed what is his name? Akpabio and co. Look at the state police. Let's implement state police. He's not coming to tell Nigerians, hey, how can we do it? He's instructing the slaves that he has captured. The legislature. He has captured legislature. So it is a democratic military style. So when we talk about US is giving us Biafra, well, I told you that if US is going to give us Biafra, they will have given us Biafra if they really wanted. They know we want Biafra. They have seen our eagerness. They have seen our, we have taken different steps, suicidal steps, suicide. We have committed suicide. In order to achieve Biafra, we have made a lot of sacrifices because of Biafra. We have lost a lot of young people because of Biafra. US have seen our determination, but yet US is coming to tell us this one and that one. If they wanted Biafra, I told you before that, write letter to the United Nations Assembly. Already, if we are ready for Biafra, okay, we give you Biafra, we are ready to go. Whether we are perfect or not, we are ready to go. Whether we are going to have problems, we don't care what we are going to face. We just want out of Nigeria. Is that not enough for the US to grant our wishes? Are they afraid of Nigerian government? Is US afraid of Fulani? Who can stand against US? That they are doing, let us do it small by small. US wants you to serve them. They like it as you are big like this, divided. It is easier for them to control you. Yes, it's easier for them to control you. They want a Nigeria like this. They don't want Nigeria that is distinct. They don't want Southerners to have their own country. Not even Yoruba nation. They don't want it. I tell you, the US does not want it. If they wanted it, you will see it in their actions. Instead of them, Nigerian government is lobbying. IPOB is lobbying. The same US government. And at the end of the day, their interest is the Sahel. Their interest is to gain control of Africa. So that whatever policies they make, they can have access to resources, rare earths. The same US is exposing China. That China is colluding with Fulani terrorists to protect the mines, or where they are stealing your resources. They are exposing China because that is one of their intent. You think they want Christian, they are after Christian genocide? Or build capacity. Northern Nigeria, think on how you can build capacity so that you can level up with the rest of the world. Then you can start negotiating for whatever. If you are not building capacity, you will just be noise makers. You just make noise for a living, make noise for fun. In fact, may God in heaven, may God help Nigerians.
This Sharia law issue is very simple. It's very simple as ABC. You that want to practice Sharia law, I mean the North, the Muslims, the radicals that want to practice Sharia law in Nigeria, it's just simple. Because all this back and forth that we are going through, it doesn't really make sense. The only solution is to divide the country. Those that want to practice Sharia law will be on their own, while those that do not want to practice Sharia law or do not want Sharia law to be imposed on them will be on their own. Just simple. Divide the country. Let those ones over there, up there, let them be on their own, and they will be on our own. And then the case is closed. I don't know why we are even dragging this. We don't need to drag it. It's just so simple. And somebody should tell Gumi and your leaders that the only solution is to separate. Let's divide the country. Go with your Sharia, and those of us that don't want to practice Sharia will go our ways. It's just like I'm intentionally repeating myself so that it can resonate with you guys. Because we will not allow you guys to impose your stuff on us. And we won't be in a country whereby one party is practicing another law and the another party is practicing another law. That's not a country. That's confusion. And we don't want to be part of that. Really. We don't want to be part of that. So let's look for a way to have mutual agreement to divide the country. And then we can go our separate ways. And then you guys can joyfully, happily practice your Sharia law, because we who are not practicing Sharia law might be defiling you guys, the holy ones. The holy ones. We might be defiling you guys, and we don't want to defile you. So therefore, let us divide. Go your way, we go our way. I will continue to talk about this thing until it resonated with you guys, because we can't live in a country that has two laws or two constitutions. It doesn't make sense.